Hello everyone, welcome to another reading vlog. It is the same day as the ending of the last reading vlog, which is the 22nd of April. The reason I'm doing them so close together is because my May is a bit hectic, and when you watch the May TBR, you'll see why. But I'm away for a lot of May, so if I'm getting a vlog out, it's probably going to be very close to the last one that you'll see, which will be on Thursday. You don't care, this one is coming after that. But I also have finished an alpha read and I finished a book last night. So I'm now at a wave of new things to read to talk about in this particular vlog. So that's very exciting. Just, I guess, a quick update on Worldcon. Sorry, I'm in the kitchen, I'm about to cook dinner. I have officially sent the money back to Worldcon. So I will hopefully have made a video before this comes out. Just a quick update to say that unfortunately we have pulled out of it and the reasons why, but I won't go into it too much because by this point it's all like the last vlog, and also there's probably a video out for it. So let's have a chat about what I'm looking to read in this vlog. So it is the 22nd. Normally these vlogs run for about 10 days. I am still reading Pride and Prejudice or listening to Pride and Prejudice. At the time of filming, I am 44% of the way through. Really enjoying it. I think the last sort of 10% was a bit slower for me personally. I've seen like a 1-star review of it, and I think it's a meme or something where it's just everyone going to other people's houses and talking, and that is what's happening right now. But we have some like conflict with, I think it's Charlotte Lucas and Mr. Collins. So that was interesting. But that's going on, and I will finish that in this particular vlog, which will be good. I'll probably finish that next week, because I'm not driving a whole lot this week, so I'm just listening while I'm walking the dogs and going to the gym. And I'm about to pick up The Tome of Harren by Damien Francis. I'll put the new cover up here. So this is epic fantasy. I don't know whether it's dark fantasy, but it is epic fantasy. It releases on the 30th. I'm going to do everything in my power to get this done by the 30th, but we'll see how we go. If I finish that, I will be starting Treaty Skies, the Children of Chaos, I think, is the next book in the Cruel God series that I'm up to, but potentially that. So I also have a beta read happening at the same time. Betas don't take me nearly as long as alpha reads, so I just finished that alpha read today. I've sent that off to the author, and I have a beta read to start. Again, I'm hoping to have this done by the end of April, so we've got about 7 days. We'll see how we go there. But for now, I'm going to make dinner. It's like bin night, so it's what the fuck do I have in the fridge that I can make into some form of stir fry. So what vegetables are on their way out before bin day happens, and we'll see what happens, because it's just chaos. We go in there, figure out what's in there that can be used, figure out what's in the cupboard that can be used, and then hopefully a edible meal appears out of that. So I will see you in the next update. Hopefully I would have read something. Hello everyone, it is Wednesday night, the 23rd, I want to say. Don't worry, I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. I'm very excited about it, because I'm done with it touching the back of my neck. It feels yucky, and I'll shave. I'll be less of a shit show, hopefully, tomorrow. Will I have my life together? No, but I will look cleaner, which is nice for everyone. I really, really did not want to come home and work on my book. I don't want to cook, I don't want to read anything. I'm very cranky at the moment, but I will share something that I try to do on these days where I'm very fucking cranky or very just disillusioned at the world, because that seems to be my current state of being. And that is to try and find one thing to make you smile, no matter how shit the day is. And I was like so cranky on the way home. It's like, I'm not going to find anything. I'm just going to be a sad sack. I don't like anything right now. And then I saw this older gentleman, I would presume maybe late 60s, early 70s, walking his very small dog, and it was raining, and they had like one little dog on a leash, and then he picked up this tiny little chihuahua, and he had this tiny little chihuahua under his arm, and I thought that was very amusing and beautiful, and that made me smile. So we found something. to make me smile for the day, which is great. So it doesn't matter how dumb it is, doesn't matter how small it is, just try. I can guarantee you'll feel somewhat better, even if it's for like a microsecond. I've read nothing because my brain won't retain shit, but I did come home and I did 6 pages of my book, which is more productive than I thought it would be. And then tonight I'm probably just going to play video games because I have tomorrow off. Rachel and I are running like bulk errands, including going to the travel agent and seeing if we can recoup any money. So we'll see what happens there. I assume so because we have insurance. Right now, like, I don't want to cook, but I'm going to make dinner because eating fresh vegetables and not getting takeout, it's better for us. I'm sure I'll feel better afterwards. Rachel's dancing in the background. That's because you want potato and pumpkin. There's more dancing. Okay, that was it. I'll talk to you later, I guess. Bye. Yes, I'm in the same clothes and I haven't had a haircut because not only did testosterone instill me with, changes, facial changes, I have hair now on my face and like fat distribution and all that sort of stuff. It also gave me a healthy dose of the I'm gonna wing it gene, which has bitten me in the ass more times than I can count. And I went to the hairdresser and there was a big line and I was like, that thwarted my plans of getting here early this morning because I forgot it was school holidays. So we'll see if I can get a haircut by the end of the vlog, but apparently it is not this day. I will change. I promise. I've just been to the gym. I went to the gym inside out. Sick. That has happened for the last 3 hours, walking the dogs and going to the gym. Anyway, because I was thwarted by my own nonsense at the hairdresser, I went and found vegan jam donuts for breakfast. So that's fun for me. Rachel and I have many, many errands to run today. I have the day off work. We are going to go clothes shopping so I can get a shirt that's not inside out. No, I have a work trip. I have 2 work trips coming up in May, so I need some more work clothes because I have like 2 polo shirts and 2 pairs of pants, and one of those are broken now. So I need to go and get a new pair of work pants and maybe a new polo. We'll see. Mother's Day's coming up and it takes forever to ship things from Perth, so I need to go and get my mother's Mother's Day present. And then we're prepping for Rachel's parents to get here, which is going to be in May, but because I'm away early May, you start doing some of that now. And the travel agent. Maybe finding a hairdresser. Maybe going to a bookshop. If it happens, it happens. And I won't be mad about it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, actually, I do have a reading update. I'm at 70% of Pride and Prejudice. Still really enjoying it. I think we're getting a little bit deeper into the Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth Bennet situation now. There's some feelings, some things have been said. Here for it. And I also started The Tome of Haran by Damien Francis, which I'll put up here, the new cover. I'm only a chapter into it, but I feel it in my bones. I'm going to love this read because the first prologue and the first chapter, already excellent. We're following Ador. He's like a young scallywag. They live in an orphanage, like very sort of coming of age, like that trope, but I love that. And yeah, I don't know a lot about it. I'm 3% in. But I'm enjoying the writing style so far. I'm enjoying where we're going. We've already had a little bit of conflict happen, so I'll tell you more on that when I get there. I'm going to eat now and very gently wake up Rachel, who came to bed at 3 a.m. But I want to leave, and it's only 10, and it hurts my soul. Will I live through this ordeal? I don't know. We'll find out. Morning everyone, it is Saturday the 26th, 26th of April, and I have some reading updates. So I just, like as in 2 minutes ago, finished Pride and Prejudice. It was delightful from start to finish. I really love how the language in some of these classics, now I will read some more Jane Austen now that I've really enjoyed Pride and Prejudice. It just flows and it's so poetic and it's so beautiful, but at the same time very witty. Jane Austen has a very, just ignore the recycling. I haven't done it and it's been days and I need to do it. And like so funny, like the book is so funny, and I always think back, and I might have already said this in an earlier clip, but I always think back to like the 1-star review of Pride and Prejudice where it's like, they just go to each other's houses and talk. I'm like, yeah, that's what you did. Like, what else was there to do? But I just love that it pokes fun at society and it's still relevant today, particularly in, a Western world which seems hell-bent on putting women in the same fucking boxes as we see Jane Austen poke fun at in Pride and Prejudice. And it's just, it makes you sort of stop and think. You're like, well, everything really does come full circle, and like these are the things that we were fighting against, and these are things that obviously were very prevalent in Jane Austen's mind while she was writing this book. And we're still having these same fights, or women are still having the same fights today to put their worth in themselves and not the men that they want to be in relationships with. And how funny it is how caught up we all get in societal norms and what people think we should and we should not be doing. Anyway, I thought it was wonderful. I had such a good time with it, kicking myself for not reading it sooner just because I thought, ironically, my own prejudice against classics. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading more of Jane Austen. There's a dog here. It's a very cold, very sad dog. She's okay. And then I got to, I think, 20% of The Tome of Harren by Damien Francis. Now, I will not finish this book in the vlog. I don't think. Maybe if I really push, but I am doing a beta read at the same time. I'm really enjoying this. This is very classic fantasy feeling. We've got a group of, I would say, 4 young POVs. We're following Ador for the most part, and he has been chosen as potentially a keeper. He's the mark of the keeper on him, and he's been apprenticed to the huntsman, or one of these, I guess, what are they called? I forgot what they were called, but they're a group of people that are like in high esteem. They all take apprentices, and Ador is an apprentice to the huntsman, and they discover that they need to go and find the Tome of Harren to try and fight this big bad. And we're really sort of sitting with it, and it is quite a long book, so I'm at 20%. There's 1,047 pages in the Kindle app, but I'm reading it on my phone. I just find that reading it on my phone is faster, and while I like my Kindle, I don't read it quickly, so I am looking at upgrading that to a Books at some point, which is just an e-reader, like an e-ink, but it's the size of a phone. So when I have income again, that will be on the cards to purchase. But yeah, I'm having a really good time with it. We also follow Lissa Hessa, am I getting that right? And Tal? I may have gotten all of those names wrong. The other 4, like, they're a friend group, and they sort of split up, and one's a healer, and one is like trying to follow her parents' legacy, and the other is a warrior of some kind. I'm not really selling this book, am I? I'm having a good time. So yesterday I had all intentions of like reading my beta read, but I didn't know if I was being too heavy-handed with the comments, so I sent like the first 6 chapters back to the author to say, hey, do you want me to keep going in this regard? Do you need me to dial it back? Do you want more, etc. and so forth, just to get an idea of what they wanted. That's now back, so I'll go back to the beta read today. But anyway, I just took yesterday to read for fun, and I had fun. That's all you can ask for. Maybe I'll get some more coherent thoughts the further I go into the book, so that was a reading update of sorts. Today I'm working, so I'm going to go back to work, try and get some beta read done on my breaks for the day, and then we're going out to dinner tonight. So I'm not sure how much else reading will happen. But yeah, that is the update for now. She's so snoozy. Okay, bye. Good morning, team. We are at the dog park. It is Sunday the 27th, I want to say. Went out to dinner last night. I don't have a reading update so much. I just thought I would share a couple more reasons that I smiled this week, because it's been a bit of a time. I mentioned earlier in the vlog that I try to find one thing every day that I can smile about, regardless of how shit the day is. And that is something that helps pull me through or pull me out of particularly bad days. Last night went out to dinner, and a lot of where we live is like bushland that's being developed. So you'll find like one side of the road all being developed into housing, other side of the road is all bushland. I fucking love wallabies, and we got to see a bunch of them last night at where we went to dinner. They were like just hanging out on the grass and just being cute, tiny kangaroos, which is amazing. So that made me smile. Got to hang out with friends last night, made me smile. A lot of our friends here are much older than us, so they're like in their 60s, but they put us up when we got to Perth, and we've just like had such a beautiful like bond with them. And it's one of their birthdays today, and then the other birthday is on next Wednesday, so we had a dinner for them. And then today, just look at this day. Look at it. It's crisp, it is blue, it is beautiful. We've got dogs that are hanging out in the park. They're doing their run. And I'm about to go and do a riding sprint with Mark. So normally every Sunday we try and get about an hour together. Sometimes it goes for longer because we're both in the zone and we're riding. On my days off, I try and get 10 pages edited. So we're going to do 10 pages today. And then I have a podcast with Ryan. Sunday's always been my favorite day of the week because it's such a community-filled day. I used to go to church on a Sunday to see my nana, and then now I have like the podcast with Ryan, and I really look forward to it. So that was it. I just wanted to share some reasons to smile. Hopefully you find a reason to smile today. If you do, just let me know something in the comments down below. A reason to smile on a shitty day. What do you do for your mental health? All right, I'll catch you in the next update. Hello everyone, it is Tuesday the 29th. Did I film yesterday? I'm not sure, but I'm here with the cozy fire, the fake fire. It has a heater underneath it. Usually Ari's like directly under it, so no one else can have the heat, but we are allowed today to have family heating, which is lovely. I haven't read a whole bunch more of the Tome of Haran. I am now 3/4 of the way through or just under 3/4 of the way through of a beta read called The Wolves of Warford. Quite enjoying it. It's a royal story, machinations, backstabbing, all that good stuff. It's like it plays to its tropes and it does it quite well. Like, I'm enjoying the story for what it is. So I'm hoping to have that done by Thursday, which will be in this vlog, which is good. I would have finished another thing. And I ended up picking up the Evershore? Yeah. By Brandon Sanderson and Jackie Patterson, I want to say. I'll put the cover up here because I forget the second author of it. And this is the third novella in the Skyward Flight collection, before going on to the third novel of the series, which is Cytonic? Yeah, I think so. I picked it up because it's on May, it's 8 p.m. I'm a morning person. My brain shuts off at 5 or 6 o'clock at night. Just boop, 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 boop. We're done for the day. So I try to get my productivity done early in the morning. I get up more productive in the morning. Anyway, that was a rant and a ramble. Anyway, so I'm 60% of the way through Evershore. I listened to more of it than I thought I would today. So, I mean, it's only short. It's about 7 hours, and at 1.5 speeds, it's probably... I can speak. At 1.5 times speed, it's around 4.5. So I listened to 2 hours today, and I listened to an hour yesterday while I was walking the dogs and going to the gym. So I may finish that one in the vlog as well. That will be the aim. I've got a call tomorrow afternoon. I normally call someone on a Wednesday or a Tuesday, like either my sister or my best friend, when I'm driving home from work, so I don't... Just breaks up audiobook stuff and the drive, which is nice, and that works for me to balance it out. So maybe we'll finish that as well. But this is following Joran, which is Callsign Jerkface, if you know, you know. And I'm enjoying this one a lot more than the second one. So of the 3 novellas, I liked the first one. I didn't love the second one. And I'm enjoying this one. I think we're getting more development, and the slugs are adorable. There's a slug called Snuggles, who it just turns up and snuggles into Joran's body to be like, hey, I can jump through time and space, and I can also explode at a moment's notice, but I'm just gonna give you cuddle. It's just really cute. But I've enjoyed my time with the series immensely, so it's been good. I think my brain definitely needs it. But let's do a quick what am I thankful for today. I got a text from Rachel before I came home saying, hey, do you want me to take you out dinner tonight? My treat, because our housemate's coming home tomorrow, and Rachel's parents, I go to Sydney next week, and then Rachel's parents are here, and then we're just not going to have any time together, alone for the next, 4 weeks. And that was really cute. We ended up just ordering pizza and sitting on the couch and watching a YouTube channel called, I think it's 13 Fish. It's this Korean dude that goes camping with his husky puppy. There's not a whole lot of talking in it, but it's adorable, and I'm obsessed. To turn my brain off, just watching these beautiful, picturesque camping sites in Korea where it's snowing. I hate the snow. I've got the heater on. I've got the fake fire on over there. And they're just so beautiful, and the dog is not just a nuisance because he's a puppy. That was my reason to smile today. Hello everyone, it is time to end the vlog. So it is the 2nd of May, so I'm gonna end it here, and then I don't know when I'll do the next vlog, but I find that vlogs are quite easy to do still when maybe like mental space or just other things are happening. I can still like film clips every couple of days and like update on reading. So potentially, like, if the year continues going the way that it's going, I might have more vlogs. I'm not sure. I know they're my favorite content to watch, so like I don't mind also putting out more of that content because I know that I genuinely enjoy it. Hopefully other people do, and if they don't, then they won't click on the video, will they? But I thought I'd just provide some quick updates. I did finish the 2 things that I wanted to before the end of the vlog, which was Evershore by Brandon Sanderson and Jancy Patterson. Brandon Sanderson and Jancy Patterson. Yes. I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed my time with the whole series. So the second novella in Skyward Flight, which is the little collection before you move on to the third book, I didn't like love it, but I quite enjoyed the first one and I quite enjoyed the third one. They're not favorites of all time or anything. I'm sitting at maybe a 3.5 to 3.75, but I'm having a good time with it. This is following Jorgen's sort of progression and his move into a more leadership heavy position and getting recognized for that. So, you know, it follows a couple of sci-fi tropes. We have very much coming of age throughout the whole sort of series, but yeah, had a great time with it. I don't want to give too much away because you do need to read the novellas to move on to the next book, because the things that happen within the characters, to the characters and in their growth, makes sense for the next book, and that is a book 3. So we'll leave it there for that. I also finished my beta read of Wolves of Warford. This is by a new to me author. It was a beta read and I sent the report off for that last night. Really fun, a fun beta read. And I find a lot of my beta reads are quite fun, but I tend to, when I beta read, need to make sure I'm thinking about those reads critically from the mindset of the target market of who's going to be picking up these books. So I think if you know, like, again, coming of age, if you like your sort of classic fantasy tropes where you have a female main character who is sort of coming into her own and following a lot of those things, some revenge plot, there's some romance elements in there, and I had a very good time with it. I will say, even at beta stages, this book did romantic elements in a fantasy quite well, and that is some of the positive feedback that I gave the author. Was, I think the balance that you have between your storytelling elements and the romance was really well done here, and sometimes that could be hit or miss in a series, but I definitely felt myself getting invested in that. So look out for Wolves of Warford when that comes our way. In terms of Tomes of Harren, I only got to 35%. I am taking a break off beta reading today, so I go to Sydney on Monday morning. I have Saturday and Sunday to hopefully get a novella done for Callum Lott in his world. I think it's only 11,000 words, so that should be fine. And then I'm taking another beta read with me when I go to Sydney, and that will be, I'll be reading that, and also War of the Flowers by Tad Williams, and chugging along with the Tome of Harren. So I think today we'll be reading for fun. So Tome of Harren, hopefully I'll get 10 to 15% of that done. We'll see. I might game tonight. I bought Little Sim World because it came out on early access last night. I'll put a picture of it up here. So I may game tonight. I'm not sure. I only get one day for the weekend this week because there's lots of testing things happening for work, and next week's gonna be nuts. That was a ramble. You don't care about what's going on at work. That is the vlog for the month of May. I hope you're having a good month. I will leave you with something that made me smile today, and that is that my wife walked by while I was mid-meeting in her underpants. And she's not on camera, but like when I'm working from home, like the camera is on, and she just like came out of the bedroom door, sans pants. And I was like, please don't walk over here. Anyway, it was really funny. And that made me smile today, and it still makes me smile now because just sometimes she forgets that I'm working from home. And one day we're gonna get caught. Actually, have been caught, but I'm not putting that on here. That's for a different website, and I'm not part of that particular website. Anyway, that was the vlog. I hope this one was more positive than the last few because they have been downers. If you like the whole what made you smile today, I will just add that into the vlogs because sometimes it is very important, even on the crappy days, to remember that there's always something to smile about. All right, look after yourselves. I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao.